Yes, people, what's going on? So we're back again after man. It's been a minute, but it's been a really long time since we did content creation. I'm here with my brother Abdul. Abdul, what's going on? Semaje, bro. VP bana. It's been almost
Yo,
it's
people,
almost
we're good, man. We are blessed. We are doing well. Teams that won trophies, we are going to win another one tomorrow. It's different out here in London, bro.
So listen, man. I've had my chance to rant. Basically, me Abdul link up. I knew we're basically just going to talk about football. Going to talk about the elephant in the room right now is Noni Madueke to Arsenal. I'm sure this is something that has caught so many people by surprise, including even rival fans. Me myself, but I was shocked by that signing. Looking at the speed that signing has been done, for a
Mhm.
moment I tried to ignore it. I really didn't think it was just one of those links that I thought guys are just throwing around. Fabrizio Romano is just throwing around. I really didn't take it seriously. But then yesterday, was it yesterday?
Wow,
Yesterday at
man.
night, by the I think it happened at around. In fact, by then I had gone to sleep. So morning when I
Was
was
it
waking
4
up,
a.m.? I think 4 a.m. or 3 a.m. Kenyan
that's
time.
4 a.m. Kenyan time, yeah. So like that
Yeah.
time, man was dead asleep. But then I wake up, I start scrolling on social media. I'm like, Noni Madueke, here we go. Noni Madueke, here we go. And I'm like, my goodness, man, what is all this? What is all this? But anyway, listen, Abdul, that's the elephant in the room. You're basically going to
Yeah.
talk about this. You're going to dissect it both in, just basically, let's look at the two sides of the coin, yeah?
hmm
So, listen, I've had my moments of ranting. I'm now calm. Now I can now have a sober and, you know, let's
Try
have
and
a
make sense
conversation.
of it. Yeah.
Let's try and make sense. Let's honestly try and let's try and make sense of it. Let me try and understand exactly what Arsenal is trying to do. I'm trying to understand exactly what they're trying to do. I'm trying to understand where they're coming from. Most recently, I saw you put up a post that Rio Ferdinand was actually defending him. Listen,
Yeah.
man, from a human being perspective, Noni Madueke, man, I feel for the guy. But from a football perspective, listen, man, where we are as Arsenal, I said this thing in my video yesterday. Noni Madueke is not a bad football player. Any player who plays in the Premier League, you know, any player who plays in the Premier League, that's a good player. But where we are right now, are we looking for good players or are we looking for exceptional players? So that's the question. So anyway, Abdul,
Yeah.
drop your thoughts. What's your take on this?
Bro, as a Chelsea fan, listen. Madueke has been with us for at least a year now, and we bought him for 29 million. He really hasn't shown the quality, to be a Chelsea person, scoring goals, assisting, winning us games, winning even the final. Real Betis,
Yep.
he was one of the worst foot players on the pitch for us anyway. Gusto, then him. Gusto was taken off. Rhys James came on. This guy wasn't taken off because there was no option. But this season we have options. Estevao is coming in. So Madueke, there's Estevao, there's Neto. So the only way for Madueke was to leave. And this brother
Yep.
has, in my opinion, has a poor mentality. Chelsea are playing a final tomorrow. And he's
Mm.
gone to North London for a medical. Imagine that, bro. Just imagine. You know, in
It
terms
gets
of
me
his
thinking.
quality, one thing I'm gonna give you, bro, I think for me anyway, he's not my type of a footballer. He's very frustrating to watch. I was reading the Athletic article. They were saying he's two-footed. He is not a two-footed dribbler. That is a lie, people. Okay, this brother cuts in on his right, cuts in on his left corner flag most of the time or hits the fans. Okay, don't just let me put this to perspective. He scored a hat trick in game week 2 against Wolves. Guess how many goals he finished on?
Go ahead, I'm listening. How many goals did he finish on?
7 Premier League goals, bro. While he scored a hat trick in the second game of the Premier League. Okay, so it means those 3 goals were carrying him through. And Arsenal, since 2019, they've bought one single player from Chelsea, except for 1 year. As I said, this year it was a 2-for-1 special. Kepa Arrizabalaga and Madueke. And hopefully he gets the number 14 And as people want to say, let's call him Nonry 14, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? That's why I get why Arsenal fans are angry. You're in episode 9.99. Phase 9.99, trying to win the league. And your best signing this season is Noni Madueke. Let that sink in, Arsenal fans. Smoke screen, oh, smoke screen. It's just a no. Madueke, Arteta is in love with Madueke. He's gonna play him left wing. Someone who cannot use, his right foot is gonna play on the left. Make it make sense, Arsenal fans. I understand your anger. I would be angry. I would really be angry. We are going for the title and you try and get me a Lanka? Bro, what are we doing? But hey,
Bro,
it's there's no way, man. We appreciate you always.
listen, man. I've, like I said earlier on, I've tried calming myself down. I've just tried to make I've just been trying to make sense of all this Noni
Yeah.
Madueke signing. And I'm asking myself, so we are basically bringing him as a backup for, is it Saka, or are we bringing him on board as a backup for Martinelli? You know,
He can play on
it's
both
even
wings, bro. That I've seen him play on the left wing, stink it out, play on the right wing, stink it out. Maybe Ateta is gonna try him in the striker. Hopefully he will stink it out even there. So bro, listen, for Arsenal where it's at, it doesn't make sense. But you could say
it
it
doesn't make
does in a
sense.
way because last season Saka, every time, he was doing that. Trying to limp off the pitch. Maybe that's where Madueke comes in. We don't know.
I'm honestly lost of words, man. The way this club is moving is not really making sense to. It's not really making sense because, what really pissed. In fact, if there's anything that is really pissing most Arsenal fans, is the fact that we've been heavily linked with Victor Gyökeres. You've seen the extent that the
Hmm.
guy has gone. He's basically trying to
Hmm.
force a move to Arsenal. Right now, as you're speaking, I think he's basically just uh, he's actually not.
Not
His mind
going to
is totally.
training.
Yeah, his mind
Yeah.
right now is totally. His mind right now is totally not with Sporting. He's basically on a strike right now. So he's trying to force a move, and if the guy is actually willing, yeah, to cut on his
Yeah.
wages to join Arsenal. And then
Hmm.
you see
Yeah.
there was this excitement, Victor Gyökeres. Then all of a sudden, boom, Noni Madueke. And look at the speed that this signing has been done. And you see, for Noni Madueke, the reason why most Arsenal fans, the reason why even me personally, I'm getting angry with this signing is because Madueke, honestly, if we got him probably at 20 or 25 million, I mean, that would be like, okay,
Hmm.
okay, fair enough. Yeah. But 50 million,
Yeah.
honestly, 50 million for Nodi Madueke, is that making any sense? I mean, what has he done? Okay, well, I understand you guys want a cup. Probably maybe that gives him leverage by there to negotiate. But
But he did not
but
help us through even that competition, bro. That's
that's what
the
I'm saying.
that's the thing I'm saying to you. He
That's
was
what I'm
stinking
saying.
out in that final where we won 4-1. Just
That's what I'm
imagine.
saying. And the surprising thing is Mikel Arteta but has been known for being a strict disciplinarian. He doesn't entertain answers. You all know that Noni
Hmm.
Madueke's attitude is one of the most pathetic. I remember I even say this. You remember when I don't know which game you're playing. Was it Everton or which game was
Hmm.
it when you guys they had a small brawl with Nicholas Jackson, Cole Palmer. They were
Yeah,
basically
yeah, yeah.
arguing.
For the penalty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
did you see the
yeah,
way
yeah, yeah.
guy? I mean, you've seen his attitude. So I'm wondering where. I mean,
Oh, his
Mikel Arteta.
mentality stinks. Everything about. Listen, I'm going to tell you this. I don't know why Arteta wanted the guy. Okay, maybe Arsenal fans and Arteta believe that he can transform any player. Maybe this is it. Okay, but what
But
I've
let me
seen of him at Chelsea is really poor, in my opinion. Okay, because some Chelsea fans were saying they rate this brother. I never rated this brother. Okay, that's why I wanted even Sancho to stay. I rated Sancho more than this guy because every time I watched him, my eyes, bro, I was like bleeding in my eyes. His decision making, his shooting, his dribbling, bro. Hopefully, maybe Arteta will turn him into what? I don't know. But
so
you said you man were linked to Gikeres. I have a question on him before we continue on Noni.
yeah.
Do you think Manchester United want a striker? Okay,
Yeah.
Real
Yeah.
Madrid want a striker. Chelsea, before we got Delap, we wanted a striker. Okay,
Yeah.
so why do you think this brother his release clause they're saying is like 65 million pounds if I'm not wrong? But
It's
most of
70
these big
million.
clubs, it's only Arsenal that are trying to trigger it, but they came back because they could not agree on a fee. Was it? I read that somewhere. 10,
Yeah.
15, 10, 5 million. They disagreed, so they came back and souped Noni Madueke. Why do you think Arsenal are the only team linked to Gikri? Is it because he only wants Arsenal, or maybe there are no other options?
From what I'm thinking, I think the guy basically wants to play at Arsenal. That's why he's basically trying to force a move. From what we hear, from what we hear,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
You see all these things, but other things we're hearing. These are things. These are people's opinions. Well, these are things that
yeah.
Fabrizio Romano has been telling us. So these are things that we hear. But I don't even
Hmm.
think, as much as even Fabrizio Romano probably has some good insights, but
Yeah,
nobody really knows what goes on behind the scenes. Nobody really,
yeah.
really knows what goes behind the
And we
scenes.
all know Arsenal are known for their PR, bro.
Bro, let me tell you one thing. That's the thing about this club, man. If there's anything this club has been doing over the years, is PR. And so many fans have been falling for it. Let me tell you one thing.
Hmm.
As much as I'm here getting excited with this Victor Gyökeres deal, believe me,
Yeah,
there's just this thing in me that tells me that I think I even said this in the group. I'll only get excited when I see the pen meeting the paper because I've seen this dance before. Do you remember the time we were linked with Suarez? We ended up with
yeah.
Giroud. Yeah? So you see all these things.
So
I'll
maybe
only be
this season you're linked to Gyökeres, but for you, my friend, Nicholas Jackson is 70 million pounds.
so bro. Let me tell you this, man. I'll only get excited with this Victor Gilchrist thing once the pen meets the paper. Once I see the pen meeting the paper, this guy actually signing,
Yeah,
that's when I'll get excited. But as is right now, listen, I'm holding my horses, I'm staying calm. Because man, this club, I honestly don't know. I'm trying to figure out what are we trying to do here? And people are also blaming. The problem is people are trying to put Andre Bet aside and basically
yeah.
blame Mikel Arteta for this kind of signing. Yes, we know that Mikel Arteta has a tendency of signing very weird
Chelsea
players,
players.
Chelsea players. Yeah, I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know what I don't know. I don't know what the affiliation is. I don't know what Chelsea has of us. I don't know what these board members, what the owners have
But
because
it's
apparently.
Arteta, bro. Since Arteta came, he signed Havertz, he signed Sterling, he signed now Madueke, he signed Kepa.
So and I'm asking myself, these Chelsea bums. I
Hmm.
mean, Louis,
They're not
what
bums,
quality,
bro. You're paying money for them. So for you, it's gold. For us, it's
bro?
rubbish.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. These bums that I've seen at Arsenal, let's start with the most recent one, Sterling. And get this,
Yeah,
man. Respect to Sterling. Sterling in his prime was one of the best players. But this guy,
yeah.
man, we got him at his worst moments. So, what was the reason for getting Sterling on board? Jorginho, man, I think you remember how Jorginho was in his prime. One of the best players I think I've ever seen at Chelsea.
Yeah,
But then
yeah.
now, towards now his end of
Ending
his
his career
decline.
coming to Arsenal.
Yeah, his decline moment is when basically we're getting Jorginho. Yeah, and the fee that we got him was fair enough. Yeah, then
Yeah.
now I look at Willian, I look at Kai Havertz, man, 60 million. Honestly, the problem is what really pisses me off is the high value, the high amount of money that we pay for some of these players. Because if people are saying that Kai Havertz, people are talking about Mikel Arteta trying to improve. He has a tendency, he knows how to improve players and whatnot. Okay, so
Mm.
you improve Kai Havertz. Did he get us over the line? And Kai
But
Havertz, I
bro,
don't.
it's the problem is also your fan base. Most of your fan base was saying Kai Havertz is sick at the beginning. Then they were saying add more money to Kai Havertz. Don't be surprised if Madueke against United, maybe the first game of the season, your fan base will start saying Madueke Chelsea, we should have given you more money. But this is you guys, okay? The standard is underneath the sun, bro.
And
He'll
that's the
score two,
thing.
three goals here and there, assist, and you say, "Oh, you see, Arteta did this." No, come on, guys.
Listen, man, I can't agree more. I think with fans, with probably, let me say older fans, the young fans are the guys who tend to fall for these kind of PR things. But older fans who basically watch Arsenal, because me, I'm telling you
Hmm.
that I fell in this club because of the likes of Patrice Vieira, the likes of Thierry Henry. You all know, man, back in the days, I
Yeah,
mean, football
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
really. I mean, we didn't really have good DSTV connection, yeah. So we'd basically just
Yeah.
see these guys on magazines, see these guys, and we basically just we're watching highlights. Remember, you remember when we're watching highlights,
Mm-hmm.
but on TV. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that time, that's when we basically fell in love with football. I think that's when football basically started penetrating into Africa quite, properly. And
Yeah.
and then that time, man, Arsenal was known. We had a winning mentality. You see the
Mm-hmm.
same thing you guys are actually doing to us, yeah. With
Yeah.
do you remember do you remember back in the days, when there was this winning mentality? There was just this. It
Mm-hmm.
was about winning. We had
Yeah.
winners in our team. We had generals.
Yeah.
We had guys who knew how to get over the line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But then
Yeah.
now
But
I
even
look
bro,
at it.
even back in the day, we got Ashley Cole from you. You won everything. We gave you Gallas, who's already washed. So this has been going on for ages. Don't blame only Ateta.
No, no, it's just an ownership thing. I don't think I know. I look at this. I think it's more of like an ownership kind of thing. And these coaches actually who are basically brought on board are basically put as shield, yeah, to
Mm-hmm.
basically
Mm-hmm.
shield the Cronkies from all these things they're doing. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So we saw the same script with Wenger. We're now seeing the same script with Mikel Arteta. Yeah. Because
Mm-hmm.
for these owners, they really don't care much. They really don't care much about winning. All they care about but is the financial gain. It's all about selling merchandise. It's all about selling tickets. And get this, man.
Don't you think
When
they spend enough money? They've spent enough money for you guys to win.
they've spent enough, actually, by the
At
way, that's
least
the
at
thing.
least in the last 5 years. At
Hundred
least
percent. That's
one,
the
bro.
thing.
One.
No, the facts. And that even gets me questioning Mikel Arteta. Is this guy
This
really?
is
I
it.
don't even think Mikel Arteta. To be honest, I don't think Mikel Arteta is the guy to get us over the line. Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
now,
Yeah.
if he's not the guy to get it, if Mikel Arteta is not the guy to get you over the line, what do you do? Get players, yeah, who can help this manager get over the line. Get players who have a winning mentality. So if
But
you
what if
tell me, players,
we are reading even they are saying Ateta has more voices than the new director. So if Ateta wants somebody, the director just has to go and get him.
that's the
You know.
thing. So if Mikel Arteta is basically a coach, he's not a bad coach. Mikel Arteta is actually a very
Yeah.
good coach, but he doesn't have that. He still hasn't gotten over the line. He doesn't have the
Yeah.
technical know-how of getting over. You've seen him. You've seen him crumble, man. You remember the
Mm-hmm.
Aston Villa game 2 seasons ago? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
He has a tendency of crumbling when pressure is over his head. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you see,
Yeah.
if you have such kind of a manager, you go and get
But
generals who can
this season, I think your fans are getting on to him. Are gonna get. You saw how his mural was destroyed outside. Was it the
whoa.
Emirates? That
Let me tell you, Mikel Arteta
your
has
fans are
the
getting
tool.
angry, bro.
I'm telling you, fans are actually waking up right now. Guys are actually waking up. It's listen, this season, it's either the Premier League or we're not having any conversation by the no FA Cup because we've been told we've been told trust the process. So what is the process, by the way? What exactly is this? Is our process to basically bring players from Chelsea and try and improve them? What exactly is the process? So I'm telling you, by the way, if Mikel Arteta is not careful this season, if he doesn't win
Mhm.
anything, well, basically, what he's managed to do, he's managed to basically try and bring fans together, trying there's a moment, if you remember, there's a time fans were really divided, yeah.
Yeah.
But what
Yeah.
he's managed to do over the years is at least try to bring fans together. And you all know how Arsenal fans are reactive. You already saw, man, his murals being destroyed
Yeah.
this season, by the way. If this guy doesn't win
So this
anything,
season, if you guys and you have skills, your early fixtures in the beginning of the season is really tough. If you
yeah,
guys
we
start
have.
the season badly, it's gonna get even more toxic. You know.
Yo, bro, listen, man. I'm trying to understand exactly what this club is trying to do.
Okay,
I don't.
I'll give one positive about Madueke. You could say maybe he's not an individual player. He cannot win games on his own, but maybe Arteta sees something that could fit into his system because we're in a generation of systems, you know.
But the question
So
is,
maybe
the
that's
question
the
is,
only
Abdul,
motivation.
the question is, man, how many years has it been? Is Noni Madueke the guy to get us over the line? That's a question. Is he the guy to get us
Yep.
over the line? So it's not about, where we are right now. We want players who can get us over the line. We want players like Rodrigo, guys who know how to get over the line. We want players like Victor Gyökeres, guys who know how to get over the line. Yeah.
Hmm.
The only
Yeah.
signing that I'm actually excited right now by this just is Zubimendi signing. Yeah, and
Yeah, he's a good footballer, you know.
as
He's
much
good.
as I'm excited about this Zubimendi signing, you all know how much the Premier League is. There's some players who come, from other leagues
The
and fit
crumble.
instantly. Yeah, and there's some players who
Yeah.
come from other leagues and struggle to fit in. So for Zubimendi,
Yeah.
guys, you be surprised. He might actually even struggle this season because the Premier League is a different ball game, bro.
Hmm.
Califiori, you remember how guys were excited with Califiori, the
The
bench
hype.
on the
Yeah,
bench.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, listen, man,
yeah.
Califiori was benched by an 18-year-old teenager.
Yeah.
So the Premier League is
Hmm.
very, very different.
Yeah.
So, yo, man, I don't know. I don't know
And
what's going
bro,
on, bro.
another elephant is in the room. If Madueke comes in, there is a situation where Chelsea were asking about Ethan, you know. So how's that going? Where
Bro,
is Ethan gonna play? Because even Eze, you guys are linked to Eze. If you sign Eze, Madueke on the right, Eze at the 10, where is Ethan? You know, there's Juarez there. You could just give us Eze. You know, we send him to our parent club called Strasbourg in France. In a few years, flip the profit, you know.
bro, let me tell you one thing. That's what I'm trying. That's what, what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to understand exactly what Arsenal is trying to do.
Hmm.
I'm really, really, really trying to understand exactly what Arsenal is trying to do. If not, what Mikel Arteta wants to go. I don't know. What is Mikel Arteta trying to do? Bro, time
It's
will
very
tell, man.
difficult to say.
It's. I'm honestly pissed, man. I've
I,
right
I,
now by
I
the
wouldn't be surprised if Madueke plays in the striker, bro. We've seen Merino there, so don't be surprised.
and I say this and I say this again to the Arsenal fans out here. This Victor Gyökeres stuff. Don't get excited. Don't get excited
Smoke screen to get Madueke. The Arsenal
till
way.
bro, man. Listen, man. Let's move on, man. Let's move on to the next thing. I don't
Yeah,
intend by that to take long with this stream. But let's go to the game. The
yeah,
game we have tomorrow, the final, the World Cup final. So the Club World Cup finals. That is Chelsea versus
yeah.
PSG. Tell me, bro, are you
Hmm.
guys winning this?
Before let me, hype up the mood right now. Chelsea fans, we've conquered all of Europe, okay? Sing this with me. We've conquered all of Europe. We're never gonna stop. From Munich down to Rocklaw, we've won the flipping lot. Frank is our legend. The shed is full of pride. We've done it all before. We'll do it one more time. Ali, ali, ali. Come on, bro. Tomorrow, listen. Honestly, this is a tough game. Okay? Nobody can tell me this is an easy game for Chelsea. We all know PSG have destroyed everybody. And I'm talking everybody, even Real Madrid, the Arsenal, the Liverpools, the Manchester Cities. But you know what? We are Chelsea. Okay? In games where we go in as underdogs, ladies and gentlemen, we come in and we win the trophies. And if we win this, 4 years, Club World Cup badge. So, boys, go out there and give us something to smile about, okay? And show these guys why this is the pride of London. It's gonna be a tough game, okay? PSG are no mugs. Everybody knows this. But hopefully Chelsea comes in and gets out with the trophy.
Yo, bro, to be honest, man, tomorrow's game, I really can't say. which team is going to win. Because I mean, like you said, I mean, over the years, you guys have shown that you just know how to get over the line. That's the thing. I mean, it's
Mhm.
it's a it's a repetition that you guys have built over the years, which really pisses me off because apparently that was us. A while back. That was us a while back. But man, you guys just have a
A
Chelsea has a reputation.
long time.
Chelsea has a reputation of knowing how to get over the line. So the PSG game tomorrow, I'll tell you for sure, man, it's going to be a very tough game. You saw what they did to Real Madrid. One thing
Yeah,
I'll tell you about the PSG side, to be honest, those guys they honestly deserve to be the Champions League winners. Honestly,
yeah,
I'll tell you one thing about the goalkeeper those guys have. The Jan that is actually between the sticks, man. That
yeah.
Donnarumma guy is just one. Is something else.
Bro,
For me,
I think those are the areas they're gonna win for against us. They have a very good defense and their midfield. Their defense is good. We don't have a good defense. Forget the
yep.
goalkeeper, forget the center backs. They have a good goalkeeper, they have good center backs, they have good fullbacks. So that's where I'm worried on us. But when it comes to the midfield battle, if Lavia is fit, if Caicedo is fit, if Enzo which I know is available, that's where I think the game is gonna be won. Create the chances and score them. Okay? Because listen, PSG, we all see how they start the game. From kickoff, they just boot it in your half and they press you from there. Okay? If we can get out of that first press, we are in, ladies and gentlemen. And hopefully, Joao Pedro score them goals, brother. Score them goals. That's what we
That's
need, bro.
actually
But that
the
goalkeeper,
thing.
as you say, bro, it's tough to get through him.
That's going to be the
It's
tough
gonna
part,
be
man. I'm
tough.
telling you, just scoring a goal against Donnarumma, that's going to be the toughest thing to do. That's one of the best goalkeepers right now by a man in the world. Donnarumma is just
Yeah.
a beast. I mean, you saw how he struggled against PSG. You've seen how
Hmm.
so many teams, by the way, so many Premier League teams. In fact, by the way, I think the only team that actually gave PSG around for their money, as far as the Premier League teams are concerned, was Liverpool and Aston Villa. Those are the only two
Yeah.
teams that actually give these guys around for their money. And man, that Donnarumma guy,
And they
that guy
still
is
lost. It's gonna be
that guy,
tough.
it's going to be very tough. But listen, man, let's see. Let's talk about Joe Pedro, man. What a signing, man. The thing is, I
Yeah,
didn't see
bro.
this.
Listen.
Man. I didn't see this.
I did
I
not
didn't.
expect him to come in and kick. Listen, we've all seen him at Brighton. He's a good footballer, but what I did not expect is for him to come and take the game by the scruff. Because he said even himself, Chelsea were linked to him from early, so he was training for the Club World Cup, which is wow. Respect to him, leaving Brighton, starting to train to come and join Chelsea, and he's not 100%. Listen, but we have a good football on our hands, and hopefully it continues.
No, Joe Pedro is actually going to be a problem. I've seen the guy play. Well, too early to tell, but from what I've seen, if he maintains the same
Mhm.
consistency, he's actually going to be a very big problem but in the Premier League. But let's see, man. Let's see how tomorrow time, of course, man. Tomorrow the game is being played at 22 hours East African time. Let's say it goes,
Yeah.
bro. Let's say it goes.
You want us to lose or to win, bro? Be honest.
Bro, do you expect what kind of question is that? Do you expect me do you want me to you want me to say Chelsea is going to win?
If we win trophies, we give our players to you for them to see medals they've never seen.
Bro, man, I'm rooting for PSG. Let's say it goes, but I'm rooting for PSG. I don't think I'm going to win that game. I honestly don't think I'm going to win that game.
But
I
we
honestly
give you players, bro. Come on, man.
Abdul.
Uh,
Uh,
yeah, I know, bro. Everybody, I know, even United fans, I know Liverpool fans, everybody wants PSG to win. But don't worry, boys. We are the underdogs. And when Chelsea is the underdogs, expect the unexpected.
let's say it goes, bro. Let's say it goes. Anyway, I
Yeah,
think that is that. We'll have this conversation. We'll have another conversation after the game, after tomorrow's game. So I think this
yeah,
point, I think we basically come to the end of our stream. Abdul Man, thank you very much for pulling up.
yeah.
Uh,
Later,
let's say it
bro.
goes. Let's say it goes tomorrow. Let's say it goes tomorrow. And guys, man, just make sure you go to Abdul, man. Shout out your channel, by the way. What's the name of your channel?
Your people
Abdul.
subscribe to Abdul Razak Concept. You can just search it on YouTube. But we are finally being, recommended. So check it out. We talk mostly Chelsea, but hopefully after tomorrow, 4 years of Club World Cup champions, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to like the video as well.
Have your moment. But anyway, enjoy while it lasts. See you guys on the next one.
Peace, bro.